How can we as educators create a classroom environment that supports students, including those with diverse needs? We have highlighted a few important factors regarding inclusivity in the classroom, the barriers, and how to overcome these barriers to ensure that an inclusive classroom environment is evident. Inclusive education is an approach to teaching and learning that ensures that all learners, regardless of their backgrounds, are educated together in a supportive environment. Inclusive education includes all children with disabilities, learning difficulties, different cultural backgrounds, and different language barriers, and enables them to get the support that they need to be educated. Due to the fact that there is such a diverse group of people in South Africa, inclusive education enables all learners, despite their backgrounds, to come together and learn in an environment that supports all of their learning needs equally. Inclusive education establishes inclusive relationships between the learners themselves and with us as the educator, and aids in social cohesion, allowing learners to be in the same learning environment together. An important trait of inclusive education is hybrid inclusive education, and it caters to the learning needs of all learners in the classroom through making use of devices that assist students in their learning. It also promotes the rule that all learners, regardless of their social backgrounds, have a right to education by bridging the gap between theory and practice. In South Africa, there are many barriers that hinder inclusive education and an inclusive learning environment. It is our responsibility as educators to break these barriers to allow learners to have equal access to education and promote inclusive learning in the classroom. The first barrier is a lack of resources. In rural communities, many schools are overpopulated and do not have the amount of resources such as chairs and desks that they need. In some communities, there is also a lack of educators, and many educators have to teach subjects that they have little knowledge on. Discrimination entails treating learners unfairly due to their cultures, race, backgrounds, and learning abilities. This is done by constantly picking on a learner or not including them in classroom discussions or activities, which in turn makes students feel unwelcome and afraid to participate. Poverty is a massive barrier that hinders inclusive education. Poverty causes overcrowding, a lack of resources such as water and electricity, and results in a challenging learning environment. Poverty excludes learners from different schools as they do not have equal access to opportunities. The last learning barrier is a lack of curriculum. Many schools are given a set curriculum from the Department of Education that has not been adapted to the different needs of learners and teaching style of educators. This hinders understanding and does not promote inclusivity in the classroom. Inclusivity for diverse needs can be implemented into the classroom through various strategies and principles of inclusive education. The first way to promote inclusivity in the classroom is to value diversity. This is done by celebrating each learner's differences through fun activities where they get to explain their culture and backgrounds to one another. By ensuring that there is equal access and participation in the classroom, all learners have fair access to opportunities. This can be done by including wheelchair-accessible ramps for those with disabilities, including a diverse way that students may complete assessments such as group projects, and making use of the universal design for learning, which enables educators to plan lessons in advance that will cater to the diverse learning needs of all learners. By creating a safe and supportive environment, all learners are able to share their opinions without the fear of being made fun of. This ensures that all learners feel safe both mentally and physically. This can be done through establishing clear rules in your classroom, ensuring all learners respond in the classroom, and to ensure that they all treat each other with kindness. Inclusivity can also be implemented through collaboration and peer support. This creates an inclusive classroom as learners are encouraged to participate and share their ideas with one another. This can be done through group work, making use of fun internet activities such as Kahoot, and encouraging peer assistance. If educators and learners reflect on their assessments and behavior in the classroom, inclusivity will automatically be implemented. This is done through changing what works in the classroom and changing what does not work, and by changing your teaching style, PowerPoint presentations, and group work. Educators need to adapt their teaching styles based on progress of learners, which promotes inclusivity. In conclusion, To create a classroom that supports all students, including those with diverse needs, educators and the community need to identify barriers and overcome them by making use of the aforementioned techniques and practices to ensure that all learning needs are met and learners can coexist in a classroom inclusively. Thank you.